in about 1 minute. I look like that. I look like that guy, Woody Allen, with these glasses on. In about 1 more minute, oh shoot, I'm gonna have a child come down the stairs because that's what happens. There's no internet or there's children coming down the stairs. This is pretty like common for me. Yep, I know. Hi. So I took Amos to the pool today for a few hours and then hung out with some friends, which was really nice. I don't know what that is. And what else did I do? I was trying to figure out how to moderate something. Anyone can participate. Only subscribers. Okay. There. Over on the YouTube, I'm trying to get adjusted to this YouTube business. And over on the YouTube, I've decided that you have to subscribe to be able to comment. Because I got burned. Hey, Ellen. I got burned up. Honor, come here. You're fun. I got burned up on the YouTube 2 nights ago with the shout out for happy birthday. Don't ever shout out anybody's birthday when their first name is not Daisy, Dixie. Dixie is a dangerous, dangerous name. You look great. It's sort of a concern. It's terrible. You spent the day with your sister. So my brother died 34 years ago today. And back in the early years, this day like loomed ahead for weeks and weeks and months, really. And then, so he was a month before he turned 20, and then his birthday is in August 18th. And my son Russell's birthday is August 13th, and my husband's birthday is August 13th. And my daughter's birthday was this week, so it's a lot of birthdays, July and August. And it was really hard back then. And I will say it has gotten easier. The day still feels significant to me, but it doesn't overpower me. Like I did a subscriber video this morning, or the new kind of subscriber video, since I'm in, in the dunce chair right now over on the Tails page. Somebody said, do you and your parents talk about Adam today? And I said, no, we don't. We really don't. I don't know what we would say. Now, his birthday, yes, we do. Like Mom and Dad and I, for Adam's, what would have been his 50th birthday, we went out to dinner, the 3 of us. And then the summer before last, my dad brought him up for the very first time on his birthday. We were with my other children, or with my children. And then my parents gave Adam my brother's watch for my son Thomas's graduation. And that was kind of a big deal, or it was a really big deal. So today we went to the pool. It's been kind of rainy, cloudy all week. So when it's like that, people are like, we'll go do anything. So we went to the pool, and 2 good friends, one particularly a really dear friend who showed up in my life this summer after my brother died, called me out of the blue and said, hey, this is so-and-so, do you want to do something tonight? And I was like, yes. So she's been one of my best friends forever. And so we got to spend the afternoon at the pool, which is pretty rare because I had Amos with me, and Amos was great. He played with the other kids. There were no problems. They had an ice cream sandwich. I had a Bloody Mary. I had a lunch. I got to talk for probably 2.5 hours, which is truly a miracle. So it was just that was a nice day, Like there's nothing really, I think, that I've learned more than appreciating where you are in this moment and how amazing it is that if you're here, that we're like walking the earth and alive and getting to experience like all these beautiful things and people and relationships. And that's really the takeaway for me from losing my only sibling. I have my in-laws coming this weekend. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law got here today. We haven't seen them in years for 100 different reasons. And it was like, you know what? Life is busy. Yes, everybody's busy, but you know what? We got to make this happen. So that's fun. That's fun. And my oldest son, who's going to college next year, he's 18. He had a night off. He works at Camp Seagull, and he never comes home on a long night off. He comes home when it's on an old day, but he's like, it's not worth it. And today he was like, I think I'll come home tonight and, be there at, I don't know, 6:40 or something. And I was like, well, that's kind of awesome. So I don't know if he came because he wanted to see his aunt and uncle, or if he came because he knew it was kind of a hard day for me. I'm not sure why, but it's really nice that he's here. Really nice. My parents picked up my middle two and a friend at Carolina Tennis Camp, so they'll be here about 9:30. And I think my parents have had fun doing that today. It's just one of those days that you want to get through, but I also want to remember why it was such a terrible day. My world ended, crashed 34 years ago today. And it'll never be the same. I used to think my grandmother, she would cry when she missed her brother, and I would think like, this old lady is crying over her brother, and I don't get it. Honor, come over here. Come. We're not going out right now. And I get it now. Here I'm going to be 50, and I'll be 60, and I'll be 70, hopefully. Not the world's oldest blogger. And you miss him. You lost your grandson in March in a wreck. Oh, shoo. It's just really hard. And so if you're somebody on the outside and you think, well, what do I do? I make a point, and I learned this from my mother. I put in my calendar dates that are hard like this for other people so that I can send a text and say, thinking about you today, which is always nice to hear. I think my favorite thing of all times for anybody to ever say anything is to tell me a funny story about my brother. And my husband's sister is here, so she was telling funny stories about her brother to my oldest son, Thomas. But it's life. Life is, did you start smoking because of your brother dying? No. I never had anybody ask that question. Huh. No. He would be like, Adrienne, do not blame me for that. If you're over on YouTube, I'm also on the Educated Debutante. Oh, I wanted to put these links up, but I don't know if I know how to do it on the Honor, come here, come. Come here. Yeah, if you like YouTube, you need to like and follow my page and subscribe. So I had kind of a big deal happen this week, not cancer or anything terrible, but I can't make videos on my Tails page, which is what I do for a living, right? So basically you're a stockbroker and they've locked down your computer. You're out of luck. And I'm sort of freaking out a tiny bit because that's my livelihood. And there are expenses coming up that I have counted my eggs, chickens before they hatched. I know in September what some expenses are going to be, taxes are due, blah, blah, blah. And I still I've been saying to myself, like, Adrian, you're good. You're good. Or maybe I hear God saying, I have a good plan for you. And I know you love your own plan. But if you haven't learned by now that I have a good plan for you and that I know things are going to get hard and I'm still going to work everything to your good. You know? So it's so important to remember that. And I don't remember very often. But it is true. And I think, life is hard and things are hard, and it could be autism, it could be cancer, it could be losing monetization on Facebook. It's going to be something, but I'm going to work everything to your good. And now that does not mean when people say things like, well, it must have been his time. I'm like, I am going to take my little hands and make a voodoo doll, and I'm going to. We lost my brother 38 years, 5 months ago. You wonder every day what if he's here. Oh, I tell you, I really missed Adam. And my oldest is graduation. Boy, that was tough. And I miss, I realized like, well, I need to have my sister-in-law here. Like, I want my children to have this sense of family that I grew up with cousins. And, I told my kids, I said, when y'all graduate, when your kids graduate, you got to make sure you all go to the graduations. And it's going to be a pain because probably a couple of you are going to have families and kids. Maybe 3 of you. Amos, no. But the rest of you are going to, do something. Hey, Robin. And you want to make sure you're there for each other, because I don't want my children to be like, oh, do we actually go to our niece and nephew's graduation? Yes, you go. You go. So anyway, trying to teach them, even though they haven't seen it, that they know that's what you do. Yeah. So anyway, missing somebody 34 years. So I was 15 when Adam died. So he has been gone twice as long as I knew him, plus 4. And he was 19 and I'm almost 50. And it's like it's like my oldest son's age. And if he walks in here, you think, wow. Wow. And I see the adoration that my daughter has for her brothers. Well, really, that for the oldest brother particularly, they all 3 of them just adore and love him. They adore him. So anyway, it's really, really something how it happens that quick. Does Thomas look like Adam? No, but Thomas and my mother look a lot alike, and my brother definitely had some of my mother in her, but he has other parts of him that are like Adam. I think Russell's hands look like my brother's, and Blair probably looks the most like my brother, even though she has dark hair and green eyes. She and Adam have, their smiles are identical. So yeah, they do favor him, but they don't. Like, Russell looks a lot like my husband did. Though now my oldest is start feeling like, I don't know, they all seem to look alike. And my cousin always says, I don't have siblings, right? I'm this only child. And I'm like, wow. She's like, well, it's not perfect either when you do have everybody here. And it's true, right? Like, it's, in my mind, though, Adam and I have like a perfect relationship, where in reality, we'd probably be like, I'm staying at the condo that week. And he'd be like, your kids are down here. I'm not going to have your cat taking a, what, on my rug. And we'd be like arguing and fussing and, all that kind of stuff. Oh, golly. Anyway, keep family ties. Yeah, and it's, you know, it's hard. People are busy, and you have more kids, and life is busy. It's really busy. I can't figure it out. Like, I can't figure out how to have time for everybody. Like, your college roommate, or your good friend, or your aunt and uncle. I mean, it's really tough. So most of the time, I just feel like I'm like treading water, you know? Um, has your family arrived? Some of them have arrived, but some more of them are arriving tomorrow. My middle two are getting home in a little while. My parents picked them up from tennis camp. And my daughter is going to be like, "Did you get my birthday cake?" No, I didn't get the birthday cake. Do I look like I got a birthday cake? I ordered groceries. And evidently you can order alcohol, but you have to show your ID when they deliver them. Who knew that? You were spread thin. I wish I was thin. It's all those BLTs I keep having. But anyway, I get it if you're missing somebody today. If you like YouTube, like, subscribe, and follow me on YouTube. If you are a subscriber on Tales of an Educated Debutante, I'm hoping that I will get my ability to make videos back, which, according to Facebook and the email, is you might get it back and you might not get it back. You might get it back today, or you might not get it back for ever. You need to follow the monetization and community guidelines, and by posting positive and uplifting content. The hills are alive with the sound of Facebook. I love Zucky Zuck. Zuckerberg. So I got to do a bunch of like strawberry shortcake posts. Oh, golly. Go subscribe on YouTube. I'm determined I'm going to get to 10,000 subscribers. It's free. But I mean, it's hard. People are like, "I don't know about the YouTube. What do you do over there? How do you get over there? I can't see the comments." What? You have to make a channel? I think I'm going to explain it to my mother tomorrow. You've hit a new low. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad times over here. Happy birthday, Dixie. Happy birthday, Dixie. Can't fool me twice. No siree, Bobby. Carry on. I don't ever can figure out how to do this.